Hi guys, and welcome to today's video, which I decided to make about anxiety. I know that many people suffer from anxiety, and in fact most humans do, because it's a natural response to stressful situations. Anxiety limits so many people from really feeling free to live their lives. It's like this constant monster that you don't know when it's going to creep up on you and take you over. So because of its irrational nature, it can be even harder for people to deal with because it doesn't make sense. It's not like you can avoid the situation. It can be something that is seemingly harmless in one moment, suddenly feels like it's about to take you over in the next. I've worked with many people who have anxiety, who have suffered with it and seen massive decrease in their symptoms. And we're going to be doing an exercise today together that I wanted to share with you, which I have found so powerful, and I actually like to call it the Harry Potter exercise. It might seem a little silly at first, but when I give you some of the background and science behind it, it will actually make sense. And if you actually participate and do this exercise with me, I guarantee you will notice some changes. So make sure that you fully do the exercise, and I want to know after it how you're feeling. If you've seen Harry Potter, you hopefully will remember the scene with the boggart. Do you remember the boggart? It's this creature that turns into your worst nightmare, like your deepest fear. And then what the wizards have to do is literally imagine and cast this spell where they turn the boggart, their worst fear, into something funny. Now, we're not going to do that exercise today, but we're going to take this idea of the boggart, this thing, this like energy that turns into your worst fear, that you can then transform. But rather than doing it with an outside spell, we are going to kind of use an inner one. Now, this is, you can call it a spell, but it really has a lot of science backing it. So what this is going to do is actually get your body to search for patterns, tensions, emotions that have created now this symptom of anxiety. Anxiety wasn't created overnight. It really is a pattern and kind of a practice. We have a moment, a situation that causes us to feel anxious, and we kind of practice these patterns and almost get better at it. But it's not conscious, because obviously we don't want to get better at being anxious, but subconsciously our bodies just get into these habits, and the emotions and the memories are stored, and we never get to fully process them and let them go. So we're going to actually support our bodies rather than transforming the fear into something funny. We're actually going to get it to simply be able to be with it. So right now, hopefully you're in a space that you feel comfortable to be able to see these things, see what your boggart is kind of wanting to show you. The exercise goes like this. We're going to close our eyes, and then you're going to imagine, just like in Harry Potter when they were lined up ready for their turn and the boggart comes out of the big cupboard and then it turns into their fear, giving you an image of a situation which brings up this feeling of anxiety. And rather than having that response of I want to run away from this or change it or stop it, we're going to imagine with all our Harry Potter magic that we can stay with it and breathe. So when you breathe, your diaphragm, which is your big breathing muscle that goes, it's connected to your sternum and your ribs and your lower back, your lumbar spine. So when your diaphragm is moving up and down, you are breathing, and part of what happens when you're breathing, as well as obviously air coming in and getting oxygen, your body is also kind of processing the situations from the day, the emotions. So you might notice when you do have an anxiety attack or anxiousness comes over you, your breathing stops. And this is the exact thing that we want to avoid. We actually want to be able to breathe in the situation because that helps our body to process the emotion that's coming up. But when you're in the situation, maybe you're in a big crowd or you're giving a speech, we don't feel safe to be able to fully be with it. So right now we can start to support our body to process the anxiety, the emotion, but we're in a space where it's okay to feel it. So we're going to close our eyes and imagine that you're in that line, kind of getting to the front of the line, ready to see what your boggart has to show you. And even before it shows up, I want you to just notice, am I breathing? So just put your hand on your kind of base of your ribs here and just notice, is your hand moving? So breathing and just noticing, okay, I am breathing right now, I am alive, my diaphragm is moving up and down. And even just the anticipation of a situation coming might also want to pull you away from breathing and put you in that state of fear. So just being with it, even if that comes up, can you just stay with it and breathe? Okay, so now as we open our eyes, you're going to imagine, or maybe just imagine you're opening your eyes. Notice, what is your boggart showing you? So it might be a situation you're used to, maybe it is crowds or public speaking, or maybe it's something that doesn't necessarily even make a lot of sense, like taking out the garbage, let's say. Whatever it is that your boggart shows you, go with it. I want you to imagine that situation, or maybe it's a conversation with somebody. Whatever it is for you, and just notice, can I breathe? It's like your magic spell is breathing. Yes, I can breathe. I can stay with my breath while I'm imagining the boggart doing its very best to pull me into its trap of fear. And I'm committed to staying with my breath, so I'm breathing as I'm imagining it. Nice deep breaths. Notice your hand is moving. Beautiful. Staying with it, no matter what the boggart is showing you. And just noticing as you're doing this, the situation, the boggart may be changing or shrinking. Few more deep breaths, really committing to staying with it. So no matter what your mind says, staying with your breath. That's good. And then you're just going to open your eyes and just brush off your body and just imagine that if there's any kind of slobber from the boggart, like it's tried to take you over, you can just imagine, like use the power of your mind to brush off anything that it's tried to kind of take over you. Just imagine letting it go, letting it go. Now give your arms a shake. Go and really shake your arms. Shake your arms and breathe. Shake them forwards. Shake them to the side. Shake them up. And breathe. Breathe. It's alright if you're making funny breathing noises like I am. Keep shaking. And breathe. And shake your shoulders. And now you're just going to shake your arms. And give nice deep breaths. And take a moment and just notice how you feel. Notice your breath, notice your mind. And just notice if the situation, the level of emotion, of anxiety in your body, has it changed? So right now, as we have encouraged ourselves to breathe and really being with that process, and I've really imagined that for you too, that full movement of your diaphragm, your body is going to be processing those emotions that were stuck to the situation. so that the situation then doesn't hold the same charge. And this happens on a molecular level. Emotion is a molecule. It's stored in your body, and when your body can feel safe to process it, it doesn't need to be stored there and keep raising its ugly, scary head and taking you over. So leave me a comment, let me know how you feel, and I want to challenge you to practice this exercise 3 times this week and see how you feel. I really know that if you practice this, it will start to improve, and I have so many more tips and tools and ways for your body to clear out all of those patterns of anxiety so you don't need to live with it and deal with it, but it really can be a thing of the past. So if you have a friend or a co-worker who also has anxiety, send them this video so that they can also practice this exercise, because I really know and I have seen that anxiety isn't something you have to deal with or live with. It is something that your body can process and let go. Make sure to check out my other videos. You can also join me at laurahamesfranklin.com. Get on the email list there, because I will be sharing a lot more on this topic. If you have a specific question, feel free to tweet me or email me and I can answer that for you. And I am excited to hear how you feel. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it helped you. And I'm excited to see you in a future video. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Just click the subscribe button. I also make daily vlogs and lifestyle and health and movement and fitness videos. So go check those out too. So much love, and I'll see you soon. Bye. And this boggart is coming out of the closet and coming out of the closet. Hi, I'm boggart. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Oh, blah. What was I talking about? This is going to be a really choppy video.